Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. So I am in our new house and I'm currently standing in Avery's room, and I was going back and forth on whether or not I should decorate each individual room in one video, as in one room per video, and show you guys that way, or just do everything a little bit more relaxed and vlog style. For the most part, I think I am just going to kind of incorporate what we're doing in the house into my usual vlogs as and when I actually get time to film them. But for Avery's room, I kind of wanted to give it its own chance to shine, especially given that Avery's room, or this particular room, this downstairs room, is the reason we have this house in the first place. It is because it's downstairs, it's accessible, and I'm really looking forward to decorating it. So I have a lot of plans for this room. I think I touched on them a little bit in one of my recent videos. I say that because I have no idea what's going up when. Everything is just a mess at the moment. We still haven't technically moved in. Josh is at home with the kids right now, and I need to get cracking on painting. So the colour I've decided for Avery's room is Blush Pink by Dulux. After doing a lot of painting in this house, I've realised that it definitely pays to spend a little bit more on the paint. We went through quite a lot of tubs of a much cheaper brand of white paint on the ceilings, and Dulux tends to only need 2 coats, 3 at a push if it's a really awkward colour. So I'm using that. I did do a couple of samples on the walls. Again, I showed you that in another video. I think the other one, I can't remember what the colour was, but it was more of a purple and it was a bit darker, so I thought Blush Pink would be nicer in this room. I'm doing a feature wall as well in this room, so I'm only actually going to be painting 3 of the walls in here. I've just spread out a load of bin bags, like ripped up bin bags on the floor to protect the carpet, because the carpet is new. We've literally just had it fitted about a week or 2 ago, and I'm just about to take the curtain pole down as well, just so that it's easier to kind of paint around. I'll put it back up afterwards. But yeah, that is my job for today, to get this room painted. At least then we can bring furniture in here and actually move Avery into the room without me worrying about getting everything ruined by paint, because doing the one wall isn't quite as, it's not as big of a deal. I can kind of just move things out of the way for that, but I just want to get the 3 main walls painted.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun, as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just 2 hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop.
Painting is done. There's really no way to know what it's actually going to look like until it's all dried. I need to head back home now. But before I do that, I think what I'm going to do is just try and shift the furniture in here just into position, so it's easier to move around in here and easier to bring other furniture in when the time comes. But from what I can see so far, I'm happy with it. It's pink, which is nice for Avery. I'm looking forward to doing the feature wall to see it all come together. Furniture is pretty much in position. I'm not sure if it will end up staying like this. It'll all depend on when we bring her other furniture in, like her bed. She is still going to be getting a special bed at some point as well, which I don't think it'll be much bigger than the bed she's already got. So size wise, we should be fine with the bed she's got at the moment. But I am going to switch the drawer knobs out. So you might remember these drawers from our bedroom in the other house. Our bedroom didn't really fit these in terms of the kind of shape and size of the room, but I thought they would be really good for Avery's room because the drawers are actually a lot smaller than normal drawers. That's kind of why I didn't like them for our room either. Again, sorry about the lighting. I know you probably can't see me right now, but you get a lot of kind of natural light through this room at this time of day. Anyway, What I wanted to do though was make the drawers a little bit more in fitting with her room. Her wardrobes have the wooden detail, so I picked up a bag of wooden drawer knobs from Amazon, and I just thought I would switch out the drawer knobs and it will just help make the room a little bit more cohesive, I suppose. The only other thing I think I'm going to do before I head home is maybe put up her curtains. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Yeah, maybe put up her curtains, and then I think Josh will probably be putting up the blinds. We're doing blinds and curtains in this room. The curtains I have are blackout curtains. These are from B&M. But because the room is downstairs, we want to try and keep it kind of as warm as possible, so I'm doing curtains and blinds for maximum what do you call it when you keep the heat in? Insulation? Insulation? However you say that word. But yeah, so we're doing both. Josh will probably put up the blinds when they arrive. I've already ordered them on B&Q. I can put up the curtains, but yeah, for now I'm going to put up the curtains, change the drawer knobs, and then I will probably head home.
The moonlight, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay young forever. We'll never have regrets.
Morning guys, I know I'm looking a little bit worse for wear. Yesterday was move-in day, so it was a really busy day. We didn't stop until we literally passed out in bed, and today's going to be another really busy day. So I'm standing in Avery's room right now. The paint is all dried and it's looking really nice. Everything has arrived to do her feature wall, but let me just show you the situation in here at the moment. This is what I am working with, so it's definitely not the right time to start doing her feature wall. I feel like first I need to try and get some of this stuff off the floor. I've had a little bit of a switch around with the layout after moving the bed and her equipment in here and the chair. I just swapped the wardrobe over to that side and then the chair is there. So I feel like if I start like putting things away in the drawers, then it will clear a lot of the floor space, and then I'll actually have a little bit of room to work with in here. I've also got her lampshade or light shade up there that can go up on the light. That will clear that. I really want to get a nice like statement lamp for that chest of drawers, something really pretty and girly but is like really noticeable in the room, to give it like a nice soft glow in the evenings. But yeah, that's gonna have to be something that waits until I get the rest of the room done. So for now it's time to try and clear the floor a little bit. Evening guys, it is currently almost 5:20 and it's already pitch black outside. We lose the light very quickly now. I'm pretty sure the clocks have already changed. I'm pretty sure it was last weekend. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to put dates in my footage like I normally do, because I haven't got a clue what day it is when I'm filming. So yeah, anyway, we're back in Avery's room. Haven't done much to it aside from just put a few things away. It's still a bit of a mess. I want to get this last wall done before I really start putting things away, putting things on the walls and whatnot, and complete the room. Avery's old pea pod is still in here, that needs to go back. I'm trying to get in touch with the equipment store to get them to collect it. And the special tomato base is in here as well, which shouldn't be in here. That will be stored in the shed once the shed gets delivered. And then I'm not too sure if I'm going to keep her two bigger pieces of equipment, the expander and the stander, in here. It depends on how much space we have in the living room when that's done. Anyway, like I said, I really want to try and get this last wall done, and this is the feature wall. This is the wall that I'm really excited to finish and I'm really hoping I'll be proud of. So for the bottom half of it, I am doing paneling. I'm doing like a shaker style paneling. It's the first time I've ever done this and I'm really excited about it because I've been wanting to do it for years and finally I've got the chance. I ended up going to a website called cutmy.co.uk, and if you've watched whether or not the video I'm going to talk about comes before or after this. Anyway, in either the video before this or video after this, I mentioned having shelves made to measure by cutmy.co.uk. They are just MDF shelves. They also do paneling kits, which is where I got this from. I'm really impressed with the website actually. So if you are looking for anything MDF, cutmy.co.uk 100% recommend. But yeah, they actually do the kits, and all you have to do is put in the measurement of the wall that you're trying to panel and the height of what you want it, and they send it to you already pre-cut. So the only thing that I needed to do was cut around where it will be meeting things like plug sockets, which Josh very kindly cut for me this evening. So everything is ready to go, and I'm literally just going to use some no more nails to stick them to the walls. I will use a spirit level just to make sure everything is even. I have already gone across the wall and kind of marked out exactly where each panel is going to sit. Going to sit. Just to make life easier for myself. I know it's a bit stupid to start something this late, but I want to get these on the walls so that tomorrow I can caulk it and maybe even sand and paint it, or not paint it maybe, but maybe even sand it. I have to factor in drying time for things. So yeah, I want to get the paneling on the wall. I've got no idea how I'm going to film this, just because I'm going to be working around furniture. I've got nowhere else to store the furniture, so literally I'm just going to have to move it away from the walls a little bit and crouch behind the furniture to get to the wall, but we're going to make it work. It's going to be fine. Much done. I'm happy with it. It's all corked and I've just given the corked parts a light sand. It's looking pretty good. I'm not going to be painting it today. I'm probably not going to be painting it tomorrow either, because Avery has physio and OT, and I need to try and get the expander out of this room so that Avery can be fitted into it properly, and I'm not going to put pressure on myself into thinking I'll probably get around to painting tomorrow, because I need to use MDF primer as well. What I am going to start doing tonight though is wallpapering the top part. This is peel and stick. Found it on Amazon. I used peel and stick for the first time on the boys' walls. Brick effect. You might have seen it in the background of some of my videos. If not, then you will see it very soon. It's not the easiest to work with, but that is coming from someone who's never wallpapered ever. So it might actually be easy compared to regular wallpaper, I don't know, but I can manage it. So this is what I'm doing, and I love the pattern. It gives me like a bit of a 70s vibe, but it's really girly and floral, and I love it. And I really wanted something that was going to be a statement on this top bit here, because the panelling's all going to be white and the rest of the walls are this nice blush pink. So yeah, I'm going to give this a go. The only thing I've got a challenge with is right at the top. You can see where the electrics are cased in, and I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to case it in, I suppose, if I'm going to case it in or leave it white. So yeah, I'm going to figure that out. Morning guys, another day in Avery's room. I finished the wallpaper yesterday and I am so happy with it. I absolutely love it. So this took me, I used 5 rolls, but the last 2 lengths were not like one straight length. I had to use a couple of cuts because one half of one roll doesn't cover more than one strip, if that makes sense. So I had to mix and match, but if you can kind of see at the end, I really don't think you can tell that I've used multiple bits for the one length. I think it looks fine and I'm really happy with it. And I actually had some left over, so I decided to use a little bit on Avery's drawers. I would have loved to have had enough for all of the drawers, but I didn't. So I've just done the top ones, but I think it looks really cute and it helps to tie in the room. Anyway, back in here today because I really want to try and get this wall finished. So that means today I'm painting the panelling. First things first, I need to prime the MDF. I bought some MDF primer, so I'm going to give that a prime. I have some other bits of MDF in the house that I want to prime as well, so let's see if I get time to do that this morning. But yeah, I really just want to get this wall done because then that's this room decorated and I can start putting things on the walls and hopefully finish off this room so we've got a bit more space in here. I am so close to finishing this room now. I've done a few things since I last spoke to you guys. The feature wall is finished. You can see a little bit of it behind me and it looks absolutely amazing. I'm so happy with it. I definitely think I made the right choice with the wallpaper and the panelling just looks so good, and I'm quite proud of myself for the first time I've ever tried it. Granted, it was all pre-cut for me, but still. And this morning I spent some time putting things up on the walls, so Avery's shelves and her little bookshelves and some pictures and stuff. So I'll show you where I'm at. Over on this side I've got her little shelves and her mirror and her print from Disneyland Paris. A lot of this stuff isn't new to you guys. You would have seen it in her last room and her room before that. I'm just repurposing everything. I haven't put that picture on the wall. I think I'm gonna leave it there, not as it is, but on that chest of drawers. I'm leaving this space of the wall clear because Josh and I have decided that we might get Avery a TV for her room. Not that she really watches TV in bed, but it might just come in handy for, I don't know, if she wakes up super early or in the night or anything. Pretty soon she will be getting a special bed which will kind of raise and the back will go up, so it might just be a comfortable place for her to sort of chill out and watch TV if she wants to. We're also, you know, thinking long term as she gets older as well. But that picture my niece actually did for Avery at school and she gave it to her, and I just think it's really cute and it definitely warranted a frame. Up there you might be able to see a box. That box I've had for ages, but I used the excess wallpaper and wrapped it just because I figured we could always use more storage. It's good for storage and it helps tie in the room. I feel like the little bit of wallpaper I've put on the drawers and then at that box, it just helps tie the two sides of the room together. The pierre de resistance is definitely this wall. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. It's making me want to do paneling in every single typical room, but I love it, and I love the loud wallpaper. I think it matches perfectly with the paint colour. And then over here you'll see that I've put up Avery's bookshelves, and then her little gem art picture up there, which one of you guys actually made for her. So that is loud and proud in her room. It's one of the first things you see when you walk in, which I'm really pleased about. And then her bow organizer. I think we need a new one, maybe a bigger one, but that will do for now. These are all of Avery's, well, not all of Avery's hair accessories, but all of her kind of bows and clips and headbands and stuff. The only other thing I did this morning was put up some blinds in here. We were always going to do blinds and curtains. Number one, just to help keep the draft out even more, and for the extra kind of like darkness. If that makes sense. The curtains were meant to be blackout, but I don't think anything can really be 100% blackout, so we put the blinds up as well just to help with that. Because this room is downstairs, we're really conscious that it might get colder down here than it does upstairs, so we're just trying our best to sort of limit that as much as possible. And really the only thing left to do now is kind of style the shelves, and I've got 2 boxes left in here to unpack, which will be hopefully going on the shelves, and put her new bedding on. I've just bought her some kind of plain blush pink bedding to go with her room, because the rainbows, as much as I love them, they don't go with her new room. And then I think that will be her room complete until she gets her new bed. So it's the next day now, and I think I can definitely say I'm about 99% finished with Avery's room. So I figured I would just show you it now as it is, and just explain the 1 or 2 little things that we still want to do to it. So here is her room at a glance. I am absolutely obsessed with it. I think it turned out really, really well. I know I've kind of already gone over exactly what's in here, so I'll just kind of skim through this bit. The feature wall is definitely my favourite part. The only thing I've done that you've not seen is I've put up these 3 prints. Josh isn't a fan of these prints, but I bought these before she was even born, and I've always loved them. I was a bit apprehensive putting anything up on this wallpaper because the wallpaper is such a statement in itself. I didn't want to ruin it, and I also didn't want to ruin it by putting anything up on it. But now that I've done it, I'm really glad that I have, because the frames are wooden, and I feel like it just helps tie in the other side of the room with the wooden accents on the drawers, and then also with the drawers down here. So a lot of the furniture you would have already seen. The drawers are from the range, and on top is just Avery's suction machine and SATS monitor. Avery has 3 suction machines. One we now keep in the car. We weren't expecting the 3rd one, but it just came to the house. Apparently it had been ordered, so one we keep in the car. This one is the one we bought with us from Cornwall. It's going to stay in her room, and then we have one that I keep in her little feeding trolley that I showed you guys in another vlog. And then she has her bookcases and her gem print, which I showed you yesterday. The rocking chair, still absolutely in love with the rocking chair. I've already talked about this rocking chair in a video. I absolutely love it. It is from Flexi Spot, and they did kindly give this to me a while back, and it won't really fit in the living room. It probably could if I forced it, but I just thought it makes a really nice feature in Avery's room. And I actually feed her last feed in her room at night now, so when she falls asleep in my arms, which she often does, I can just put her straight to bed. Her bed, I have changed her bedding. It's just a simple blush pink bedding set now that I got from Amazon. I do use a cot bed sized quilt and pillow for Avery's bed, because I still kind of follow the safe sleep rules. So I like to make sure her blanket is kind of tucked under her armpits, and it just being a bit of a smaller blanket makes me feel a little bit better about it. For those of you that aren't aware, Avery has cerebral palsy because she actually stopped breathing in the night when she was 3 days old. So safe sleep rules I am really kind of particular about. So yeah, I like to make sure her kind of quilt is tucked under her armpits, and it's easier to use a smaller quilt. We do have the SATS monitor connected to her foot every night, so would be alarmed if something happened, but it just makes me feel a little bit better. These things do get moved while she's sleeping. I just kind of keep them there. The beautiful knitted blanket was actually made by one of you guys, and I absolutely love it. She also has a little, I say knitted, it might be crocheted, but that little A there came with it, and I love them. The curtains were from B&M. I showed you the blinds yesterday behind it. They have been doing a pretty good job of keeping this room a little bit warmer as well. And then we have this side of the room, which is kind of all of her sort of clothes and whatnot. The wardrobes, I think, were from Amazon. These drawers are from Nora Nanny, I think it's called. When I bought them, I didn't recommend them. I still don't, just because I think they're a bit awkward. They have a weird kind of closing system, and it's quite difficult to get the drawers out. And also, I've never been able to get the drawers perfectly straight and aligned. But in saying that, they are very kind of heavyweight and pretty decent quality in terms of kind of sturdiness. And then I've got her stander here. I think it will kind of swap and change what pieces of equipment end up sitting here depending on what's in the living room, what she's using. I'm not gonna lie, we have not used the stander since we've moved. Now that I've got a little bit more space around the house, I feel like it's something that we need to start getting back into. And then her little shelves. The shelves are actually from IKEA, and all of the knickknacks are kind of things that we've collected. Some things were gifted to Avery, some things we've bought, like the little jars over there were from IKEA. The little rainbow is from Temu. That photo frame used to be mine even before Avery was born. That's just got one of her scan pictures in it. That little toddler rules sign, it's gone through all of my children. And just some little bits and bobs, just knickknacks, just pretty things. She also has a dream catcher down here. I bought this for Avery when I was in Crete. The mirror, I'm not sure if it was from IKEA or the range, but I don't think wherever did sell it stocks it anymore, because I'm pretty sure I tried to find it when I did a house tour a while back. And then she's got her bow organiser. And then down there she has her toy baskets. I'm not sure if they'll be staying there or both will be staying there. They might go into the living room, but for now they fit there fine, and they stop the door from slamming into the wall. Avery's old pea pod is still in here. That will be going, that's not staying, that's why I've just kind of left it there. And then the only other thing really I haven't spoken about is the rug, which I got from Wayfair a long time ago. I'm not sure if they do it anymore. And the projector, which you might actually see the lights on the ceiling if I turn the light off. I turn this on when I'm feeding Avery, and then I will leave it on for her then until I go to bed. It gives us something to look at while she's falling to sleep. My plans for the room. The first one is we will be getting a TV for Avery's room. That will be going on this wall here, which is why I've left it blank. I also need to find somewhere permanent to place her camera. At the moment I've just been kind of propping it, but it's not very secure, it keeps falling over. And I do want to find somewhere more secure to put it. However, I'm reluctant to kind of stick or nail it to anything because she will be getting a new bed eventually and the height will be different, so placement of the camera needs to be different. And yeah, like I said, the pea pod will be going, but aside from that, this is pretty much her room and I am super happy with it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. This is probably going to be, well, it will be the only video where I solely focus on one room start to finish. I do still have the kitchen to do, but I imagine the things I do in the kitchen will be kind of more as and when, so I'll include those in more sort of casual style vlogs. But yeah, so with that said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.